So are you also still adding the lead details of your IndiaMART leads into your Salesforce account manually? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Salesforce for auto spare parts business. So over here I'm running a business related to auto spare parts, and we also use IndiaMART to get more leads and inquiries for our business. So now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead through IndiaMART, I want to add that same lead details into my Salesforce account too. That too without any manual efforts, so that my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between IndiaMART and Salesforce. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business and convert your leads into your clients? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to automatically add IndiaMART leads or inquiries to your Salesforce account for an auto spare parts business. So this integration ensures that every new lead from IndiaMART is seamlessly captured into your Salesforce account, helping you to manage and follow up with the potential customers more effectively. And to get started, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to simply click on this sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is IndiaMART and Salesforce. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with this automation, we simply have to click on this blue button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Salesforce for auto spare parts business. And then we simply have to click on this create. And as soon as we're going to click on this create right over here, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main important principles on which our workflow will run. Trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. So to get started, we simply have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm just going to simply select it as IndiaMART. So I'm just going to search for IndiaMART as my trigger application and select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to select it as new leads. And after selecting the trigger application and the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL. So we're going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our IndiaMART account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to copy this webhook URL, and then we have to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your IndiaMART account, navigate to the lead manager section in the left tab, go to import export leads from the three dots, and then click on I am leads push API. Choose other in the select source option, and then enter Pabbly Connect in the CRM platform name. Alright, so we're going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my IndiaMART account, and now from the left side of the bar we simply have to go towards this lead manager section. And after coming over here towards the lead manager, we have to go towards this three dots which says menu, import export leads, and then push API. And now it is asking me to select the source and the CRM platform name. So over here for the source, I'm simply going to select it as other, and now for the CRM platform name, we have to keep it as Pabbly Connect. You can see that in the help text it has clearly mentioned that choose other in the select source option and enter Pabbly Connect in the CRM platform name. Alright, so we followed the same. And now for the webhook listener URL, we are simply going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow, and then we have to click on this save details. And now it is asking me for the reason why do I wish to shift my IndiaMART leads to any another application. So I'm just going to select my reason from here, and we are simply going to click on this click to generate OTP button. And now it is saying that it has successfully sent me a OTP. So I'm just going to enter my OTP right over here. So yes, you can see that I've successfully entered the OTP, and now I'm just simply going to click on this submit. And yes, you can see that we have successfully added our webhook listener URL right over here in our IndiaMART account. So with this, we have successfully created a connection between our IndiaMART account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. And in order to do this test submission, we are simply going to open our CRM push API and click on this blue button which says test your webhook listener URL. And then we have to click on this button which says test. And now it is giving me a curl request header. This means that we have successfully completed our test submission, and IndiaMART has sent the details of a test submission to our workflow. And yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the webhook response. You can see all the details received. You can see the sender's mobile number, you can see the sender's name, you can see the email address, you can see the sender's address. Over here you can see unique query ID, the status, the subject, and the sender's state. But you must be noticing that this subject doesn't align with our business, right? So what happens is that I'm using a test IndiaMART account. That's why I've received the test details or the default details right over here. But if you're using a live IndiaMART account, you're definitely going to receive the lead details related to your business only. Alright, it is only important that you receive this webhook response. So you can see that I've successfully received this webhook response. Alright, so now with this, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received through my IndiaMART account, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. Alright, so further what I want is I want to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Salesforce. So for my action application, I'm just going to select it as Salesforce. So I'm just going to search for Salesforce right over here. And as you can see, Salesforce, so we are simply going to select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as create lead and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Salesforce account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says connect with Salesforce. And as soon as we're going to click on this blue button right over here, yes, you can see that Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we're going to click on this allow, yes, you can see that with this we have successfully connected our Salesforce account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now you can see that it is asking me for all of these details in order to create a new lead into my Salesforce account. So I'm only going to fill in the required details right over here. Alright, so as you can see the last name which is required, so I'm just going to enter the last name, but we're not going to enter the details manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected IndiaMART as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so I'm just going to look for a name in the previous response and map this sender's name. We're going to move on forward. We're going to map the company name right over here. I'm just going to look for company name in the previous response and map it. Over here, I'm just going to map the phone number. I'm just going to look for phone number and map it. And now you can see that it is asking for many another details. So we are only going to fill in the details which are required. For the lead source, I'm just going to keep it as other, status as open not contacted, rating as warm. Over here, I'm just going to map the address to. Over here, you can see the same. So I'm simply going to map it. I'm just going to map the city name to, and then we're going to move on forward and click on this save and send test request. If you wish, you can definitely fill out the not required details too. And yes, after clicking on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response, that we have successfully created a new lead into our Salesforce account with these same details received through our IndiaMART account. So I'm just going to open my Salesforce account, and now I'm just going to go towards this lead section. And yes, you can see that in the recent items it is saying Prabhat. So I'm just going to go towards this Prabhat right from here. And yes, you can see that we have successfully added the lead details right over here too. You can see the same name, same company, same lead status, status, the other source, or you can see the rating, the phone number, and also you can notice the address is also the same. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received from my IndiaMART account, automatically a new lead would be created into my Salesforce account too with these same details. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. This workflow is going to run in backend and we can just sit back and relax. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.